Hey everybody, welcome back. We're Into the Black. I'm your host, Heather Cox, and we are here with Jane Clark.
That's me.
The creative powerhouse behind BrandSwan, where she turns branding into an art form and SEO into child's play.
Oh my goodness.
With a knack for making brands shine and a shelf full of accolades to prove it, she's the go-to for anything for web design. Whether she's rolling the dice in a game of D&D or strategizing a brand's next big move, Jane is all about mixing business with a hefty dose of fun.
I
Jane
really
Clark,
am.
welcome to Into the Black.
Whoa, that was awesome. Thank you.
I love you. I love
you
here.
too, man. I'm really excited. I love collaborating with people. And unfortunately, once I find what I like, I'll collaborate with them a lot, so you might get sick of us. But for now, we shall enjoy it.
Yes, actually, Jane is with me on Dark Mode, which is a LinkedIn Live audio on Thursdays at 11 a.m. EST.
Yeah. Don't worry about your camera or looking good. Just show up, talk, and just listen or participate.
Well, that's right. Miss Jane Clark, when brainstorming BrandSwan, did you consider any other birds? Like brand eagle, brand penguin?
Oh my gosh. Jen Wells came into my office one day and she was like, let's start a company. And I'm like, me and Jen were friends, but we didn't become really, really good friends until we partnered up. But she swears I came up with this name. And I vaguely remember, I was thinking like the ugly duckling. Mm-hmm. And she says I said BrandSwan. And then we're like, oh, how stupid. And then she came back with like BrandSwan. I'm like, I love that name. She's like, you came up with it. I'm like, whoa. Realistically, my favorite birds probably like crows and something a little bit on the darker
Brand
side. Brand crow. But swan just really resonated with finding your tribe and becoming your full potential.
No brand seagull?
No brand seagull. No.
Do you like a black swan or a white swan? Because you do in your branding, you have a white swan.
And I have a white swan and I have a black swan. It usually depends on what the color of the background is. But I've been really leaning in towards the black swan and going a bit more dramatic with our branding because I just think the impact is like...
You're dramatic,
You
babe.
feel it. I am a little dramatic.
You're fucking dramatic.
Hyperbole is my middle name. Jane
Look at your
Hyperbole.
dress.
Thank you.
Literally skulls and skeletons. You're dramatic AF, babe.
Yeah, I got this. I think I got this like a CVS at the beach. These skeleton earrings, so cool.
Oh my God! See,
yeah,
you're just. I love it, and that's why I ask. Like, you know.
Oh, and it glows in the dark.
Oh, that's right. We might have to like flick the lights off.
Yeah,
and
I think we do.
Yeah. Okay. Imagine if WordPress plugins went on strike.
Awesome.
Which plugins absence would cause the most chaos?
WP URL hide. All security out the window, because now we just have a bunch of security issues depending how long they've not been updated. But
that's true.
It would I would be like, remove a Squarespace, everybody. Like, yeah, we would have to do something. I don't like no for an answer. So
yeah, I mean, I agree with that. I think because plugins. I mean, I try to make websites minimal plugins because you never know. You never know when they'll go on strike and they'll just go down because
it's been difficult, honestly, doing WordPress sites recently. One, they're so costly. They're not very user-friendly, for the average Joe. And so it just didn't make any financial sense for them to invest their money in there unless they were going to do something really cool with their WordPress, right? Man. Like directories and fun things like that require a bit more function and integration with whatever systems you have. So then it wouldn't send to my lead form and everything would break, all the automation. I'm having a heart attack.
I get it. I'm the same way because it's like, I'm a WordPress stan. I mean, that's how we started, right? I mean,
well, that's an interesting story. I fought tooth and nail CMSs. I was hand coding. I was hand coding sites up until year like 8.
What?
And then I learned WordPress and loved WordPress. Yeah.
No way. I thought you were always a WordPress gal.
Well,
see, you learn something new every day.
I thought it was really bloated. Can you believe it? How can you say WordPress is bloated? It's like I knew it at the time. I'm like, this is like so much CSS is loading that we're not even using.
Right.
So I always prefer to do it from scratch, but the performance, meeting the accessibility, meeting, the whole point of the website has really been difficult to balance those three things because SEO and performance obviously goes hand in hand now. Google, thank you very much.
Yes. Didn't I think Nancy was doing a Google updates
Yes, I saw
today, actually. Sorry, we missed it.
Yeah, I definitely missed it, but I was like, go Nancy, video,
Yes.
you know.
She looks so good.
Oh, she's amazing. I mean, I
well,
love
she's
her
going to be
blog.
she's going to be a guest, I believe in May. So
Okay.
I think all of us you guys should come back together and be like,
You're going to start needing like a seats where the audience can sit so we can at least be a fly on the wall with some of these conversations.
I know. I was actually thinking about going live on Instagram while we were doing this.
You
but,
would do something like that.
I know, because I'm fucking nuts. Okay, so considering your affinity for black clothing, like myself, if you were to invent a new shade of black, what would you name it?
Off black. Okay. Hear me out. I love like a charcoal black because black, like rich black, you know, makes colors look kind of trashy sometimes. So I think the different shades of black kind of soften the dramatic colors, and at least which I use in my brand. So
Off black,
like black, but not quite. You know, of course we'll call it Raven, you know, I mean.
There you go.
We have our
name it Raven.
We have our color palette and Raven's like the black color.
No way.
Yeah, we have a spoonbill.
So there was another bird.
Yes, we do have other birds that we talk about. One of our branding packages is a hummingbird. So.
What? See, there are tons of other birds.
I'm
BrandSwan.
Brand idioms are where it's at.
Ooh.
Okay, so shake your tail feathers and get ready for this next question.
Oh my god, I love that. Oh my god. Okay, so could you share the story of your D&D character?
Oh god, I've had so many. I'm a recovering D&D addict. I was playing like 6 games a week. It was just, I felt like I had this endless amount of creativity, and I would make characters that I never even played yet.
No way.
Just so fun.
So which one was your favorite?
My very first campaign that was serious, her name was Voxy, and she was a gnome druid. Ooh. And it was cool. I mean, I picked the hardest class to play for a newbie, but I loved it. And I honestly much more enjoy like a serious roleplay campaign where you can really get into the hearts and thoughts of your character. And I don't think I realized this at the time, but I think it gave me the skill set to see that in people, you know? So now, because of all these intricate plots and surprises that happen, like I just felt like I was able to understand people more through that whole thing.
That's great. I've never played D&D ever.
It's great. And I kind of role play now, and I'm not too embarrassed about it. And that's, by the way, why we don't care if we go live, because I don't think there's anything that we would say that we would not be proud of. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing I said where I'd be like, oh my gosh. Okay, there was this one time I said something, but oh, that's another story. But,
You're just full of stories.
It was a joke. Okay, it was a joke. So Voxy the gnome druid, I even had a friend create her headshot. He was like, so he was learning how to draw and, you know, doing the Wacom tablet stuff. And so he made my character, and that was probably, my longest character.
That's cool. I want to see that.
I'll send it to you.
Okay, yes, please send it to me, because that would be amazing.
Yeah.
Jane Clark.
Yes.
Do you feel like your name... Do you feel like you are actually... Like, do you feel like that Jane Clark matches your vibe that you have grown into? Like, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like a Heather Cox. Sometimes I, feel like a different name. Like... What do you feel?
I think it's a personal journey for sure. There's many people who, because my name is so short, they just call me Jane Clark. Like they just, you know what I mean? They call me by my full name.
I just fucking did.
I'm used to that. But it's also under the condition that this man continues to love me, because that's not my maiden name. Oh. So, it's such, babe, if you're listening to this, I'm going to keep your name forever. I don't care if we break up. Oh. It has to be me now. But think about it, like, you have something that's not really yours. You didn't make it. And so, although I definitely say Jane Clark, I will answer to that. Yeah. I'm still like...
So wait, what's your maiden?
Criddle.
Criddle.
Yeah, rhymes with fiddle.
Jane Criddle.
Yeah.
Yo, why does that... Like, that literally sounds like you.
A little weird, yeah.
No, but that's like on...
Jane Criddle,
fucking point.
Yeah, that's me. Thanks, Dad. Thanks for that.
Stop.
And I actually got my ancestry DNA back. Oh, really? And you're going to be absolutely shocked that I'm mostly Irish.
No.
Pale skin, really? Burning all the time. Who would have thought?
Red hair. That wasn't your choice.
I will say that, I have brown hair. This medium brown hair. This is not real.
Right.
I'm not a natural born redhead, but I am really Irish. And honestly, it was just European. I'm just a white chick.
I mean, I'm Scottish, so I
Oh
don't
no,
know how.
we're at war. No haggis for me.
Have you been to the Scottish Festival? Can you come to the Scottish Festival with me?
Here's the deal. I have major FOMO my entire life because I hear about stuff after it happened. And I'm like, God damn it, why can't I?
what?
Can I say that on the show?
Yes. Dropping F-bombs this whole goddamn time.
Oh, yeah, have we? But I'm like, oh, God.
Oh, gee willikers.
Gee willikers. But yeah, so I love going to those things, but then I'll have to nap for like 4 days afterwards because they do take a lot out of me. Yeah. But I just want to experience everything, you know?
The Scottish Games is so much fun.
Yeah.
There's men in kilts tossing big logs.
Oh my
There's
God.
like, they have so many food trucks. They have like the procession of the bagpipes. Well, it's a whole to-do.
Invite me. Let's go.
Well, then I will tell you because it's in May.
Cool. May 4th, my birthday. Fairy Festival.
Stop.
Fairy
Where?
Festival.
Where?
Oh, wait. Festival.
Festival.
I don't know yet. But it's in Maryland or PA or something. I don't know. But
okay. I'll have to ask my mom. She might know.
It was in Maryland before. It was only like an hour and a half or something. But it was so cool. And God, man. Talk about branding. There was vendors there.
Oh, yeah.
And just seeing all the characters, and half the people weren't even dressed up in like medieval times. They were like Batman costumes. And
was this around Halloween?
No, it was like in the middle of summer.
Okay.
And
well,
I
guess.
dressing up, chicks with wings. I'm going to post a picture. I'm going to be definitely in costume.
Yes.
I like to participate.
Yes. Well, you'll have to come to the Scottish Games.
All right, I'll do it.
That was so much fun.
Is there jousting?
No, there's no jousting. It's Scottish.
Well,
they do like bagpipes and like sheep herding.
What, they never like maimed a guy with a
No, they don't joust. I don't know. Maybe back in the day.
All right.
But so, which horror film villain would you want to be murdered by? Jason, the Saw guy. I know you like horror, scary things. Clearly by your outfit.
Clearly, Halloween is pretty much any day.
Yes. I saw this meme where it was like it was like Halloween day. It was like instead of Valentine's Day, so they kept just adding Halloween to like Christmas, like, you know, all this stuff.
Like
so
it.
yes.
Yeah, there's a horror movie for every season.
There is.
Who do I want to be murdered by?
Yeah,
I mean, you know, I want it to be quick. Okay, so I don't want anyone torturing me. Horrible. Cujo. I just want to go down with Cujo, maybe. You know, like. That would be so like fitting, like to be killed by the very species that I've come to love more than life itself.
Poetic, maybe a little bit.
Yeah.
No. Okay. Yeah. I don't know.
Or Leatherface.
Where's that? Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God. Ugh.
I mean,
thank you.
Oh, that's horrifying. But see, I don't know. Some of these people,
is horrifying.
You know, you don't open the basement door. Like, I feel like I've got some things in my, you know, my tool belt that I could possibly survive a horror movie.
Interesting.
I would start with not going to the cabin in the middle of nowhere. Step 1. Step 2, find new friends. Step 3.
Right. Don't say I'll be right back.
You don't say I'll be right back.
Oh my God. I already asked, I guess, what shade of black is your favorite? I mean, you kind of did say the off black.
I like the off black, not like too black. That colors are weird, but I just love, and also adding texture to colors. You know, there's so much, like the lighting, you can't really translate well.
See, dude, and that's why I love black clothing, because black clothing can't rely on color. Mm-hmm. It has to rely on fit and texture and architecture of the piece of clothing, because you can just give me a black t-shirt and black shirt all day long, but in order to be unique and creative and change that black shirt into something, you got to add some type of texture, architecture, some shit to it.
Yeah, I think gradients are here to stay, people. I'm there. I'm doing it. I'm saying it. It's like so dated, but
like what? Like ombre?
Only if you use blue gradients, but like a blue to green gradient, like blah, blah, you know, I don't know. Like some look like they're from Microsoft Word, and others look like they're more modern. You know.
Okay, so this is like perfect segue. It goes a blah.
What's the next question?
What font do you just can't freaking stand?
Railway. It's not Comic Sans. I know you were expecting me to say
everybody and their mother, everybody I know loves Railway,
and I'm just like, I'm over it.
You're over it.
I'm over it. Give me something new. But
it's like playlist script.
But I also do this game with myself. It's sort of like where I'm like, okay, what font is that? Movies, posters. I went to like Wendy's. They had a new design. I was like, Metro. That's Metro font. It's all pointy. And it's kind of like a game that I do now. But Railway, I'm the most bored by.
Yeah. And what is your, I guess, maybe like favorite at the moment?
Ooh, so I do like the cursive fonts, but I feel like
I know you love those cursive fonts.
I'm so excited about AI, but that's a whole nother conversation. Wait, what's the question again?
Oh, fonts.
I love the variety,
Yeah, I know. Well, you've yelled at me many times about using too many fonts.
Yeah. Why? Where did that font come from, Heather? It just came in a left field. You just like to keep me on my toes, I think.
I'm about speed of implementation, yo. Like legit. Like I'm sorry if like
you are a girl who gets it done. Period.
Dude, we're recording on an iPhone.
Yeah.
Like speed of implementation. I'm just saying.
That's what we need,
That's right. Oh, if you could bring one thing from the D&D universe into our world, what would it be?
Teleportation.
I
would literally be like, Heather, be there in 30 seconds. Or how the Star Trek, you'd be like, yo, oatmeal, and it would just make it for you. Yes. I wouldn't order oatmeal. I don't know why I said oatmeal, but I was trying to be wholesome, but that's too wholesome.
I mean, you're trying to be healthy. That's okay.
That's true. But that's a lot of carbs. A lot of my nutritionalists here. All the carbs I'm eating.
I don't know, because I don't have reference of D&D. I've had people ask me to play D&D. My husband used to play D&D.
Okay, when are we going to do a couple game night? Oh, seriously. I will. I actually have been trying to get off the computer and play more games, board games, and I'm freaking loving all the new things I'm trying.
Favorite board game?
I really like Jaipur. And I really like Matchda. Jaipur is it's a card game. It's Indian based, not Native American, but actually India.
Yes.
And you're a merchant and you're selling camels for different goods and you're just trying to win the most money at the end. And it's strategy. Oh. And the other one's sort of similar. It's Matchda. It's a Japanese game and you're doing a tea ceremony and you have to be. It's just cards and it's amazing. So.
Dude, that's so much fun.
Yeah. Oh, and Castle, which is Escape the Castle. Have you seen that one?
No, I haven't. See,
we got the expansion packs from Kickstarter. We're hardcore. It's sort of like a beginner's D&D where you pick a card and it tells you what's happening to you and then you decide. Yeah. Pick an item.
You die.
Pick an item. And one of them is a curse. You get a curse on it. Marked for death.
Oh my God. Have you ever cursed anybody?
No, I've never cursed anyone.
No, I've never cursed anybody.
Never. No. I've cursed Meta. I've cursed.
She's cursing companies.
I'm cursing Meta. And also, just anyone who gives me a hard time, salt their fields and, take their firstborn sons. That's a curse.
Oh my God. Watch out, Meta.
Watch out, Meta.
I don't know. Maybe I feel like a lot of people have cursed.
Hey, there is several witch groups in Delaware that you can join. Yeah, and then you guys can just build a fairy terrarium, and that's what my dream is. Let's get together and make haikus and build a little fairy garden in this cool glass thing I have,
Oh my gosh. My mom would love you.
Yeah?
Yes, my mom would love you. So which brand do you love more? Or BrandSwan?
BrandSwan.
Really?
Yeah, it's true. I mean, a lot of people are just shocked as hell.
I am really shocked by this answer, to be honest with you.
Tiketica was made out of necessity. It was my screen name back then.
Can you explain to me what the Tiketica meant?
Yeah, it's
because it was always so intriguing to me.
Tiketica. It's basically... Sorry, the hair on my nose. Tiketica is basically tea kettle with an ika at the end. I love tea. I love tea. I have a huge tea collection. I love to make my own custom teas. Cheers to that. So if you have a cold or something, I got you. Let's make you a really disgusting tasting tea, but it'll help. Yeah. What's the question again? I'll get off on a tangent.
Which brand do you love more? Tiketica or
BrandSwan was created more strategically with more meaning and collaboration. And so that's why I rolled everything into it, because it just felt so authentic and bigger than me.
I like that.
Yeah.
But I liked Tiketica. Which logo do you like more?
BrandSwan.
Really?
I made them both, so
they were both beautiful.
Thank you.
I loved hers. Okay, because let me tell you, my inspiration of my logo for my BGWD was very much based off of Ticket.
Shut the hell up.
Because I was like, I freaking love this geometric-y looking logo. And then I was like, okay, well, like, what can I do to incorporate the BGWD brand? And I thought about a skirt swirling around in a circle, and that, like, I found a pattern of a woman doing that, kind of like that dance movement in her dress. So then I took the pattern from her dress and made the circle. Awesome. So, but yours was like very much like inspired me to do it like that. So I don't know, maybe I stole that shit.
Adobe Garamond Pro, I think.
Really?
Yeah. Then I think I might have changed it to Alice.
Oh, okay.
When Google Fonts started happening.
Oh, yes, Google Fonts. What is your favorite software, like program to edit in, like photos and stuff, logos and whatnot? Because like everybody has a different tech stack.
Yeah, I mean, it really depends on like how big it is. But if I'm doing I love doing vector work. I love Illustrator. I try to teach I just learned how to do a custom gradient. I mean, that's like way old news, but sometimes I'll like take on projects that challenge me. Yeah. Even if like, because I'm actually a subcontractor for one of my friends.
No way.
Yeah. And he has a higher profile clients, but I'm like, okay, I need to get in here, see what's happening. And I feel good about it. I feel like I know more than I thought I know. And I've never thought that before.
Dude, that's so cool. Yeah. I did not know that you were like working contracting out.
I'm not, it's a very special case because he's so cool. Yeah. But yeah.
Dude, that's awesome.
Thank you.
So what is your favorite outfit in your closet right now?
Black tights and black shirt. No. Yeah. Favorite, God, when you're like doing laundry and you find that favorite thing, you're like, and then you immediately wear it and then it's gone forever. And then 2 months later, it'll come up. It's kind of like that. But yeah, I would just say black tights. I have these great tights that kind of have little tear outs in it, and like my pixie t-shirt, or just like a long tunic, or I love wearing skirts and shirts. I love variety.
Skirts and shirts, yes.
Skirts and shirts and tights. I don't care what people say. I'm wearing tights with dresses.
That's right.
Until I'm dead.
That's right. Yeah. So if there's one thing you could tell people about you that people don't know, what would you tell them?
I live with immense anxiety. I mean, everyone has anxiety and it's really stressful, but I'm like heavily medicated that I can live a very beautiful life. And
anxiety sucks.
And for me, it's more of like a physical manifestation. Like I would feel like someone standing on my chest.
Yes.
Not being able to breathe, the usual stuff. But yeah. So I take precautions wherever I'm at, boundaries, right? So that I can stay great for all of you people. So,
dude, and obviously keeping the crushing it of the WordPress and the marketing and the branding.
Thank you. And I can knit. So,
there.
Not well. I can make a scarf, okay, but I'm gonna learn how to crochet because it just looks better. I'm all like, these needles. So.
Yeah. Okay, so if you were not a WordPress designer, marketer, branding,
writer.
You would be a writer.
Yeah, I thought I was going to be a writer my whole life. I was even in like the high school newspaper and won an award for something. I know. Super.
Why have you not done it? Why have you not?
I am. I write every day.
Okay, well, yeah, but like, are you writing a book? Like, what are you?
Right now.
Because I think you told me you were writing a book about poetry.
Yeah. I've always been a big poetry fan, and I'm writing a haiku book. All of it's like, super meaningful. And it helps me get through things. I love writing. Yeah, I thought I was going to be a news reporter growing up. Like Lois Lane, get saved by Superman. But, I followed my talents, not my passion. Because your passion is its passion because you're not obligated to do it. Once you've like set an expectation for yourself and others that this is what you're doing, got a bigger sense of responsibility. I think.
Yeah, but like then if you roll your passion into what you're doing, then you feel like you're never working.
I never feel like I'm working except for like 5 o'clock, and I'm like, why am I still working? I get up every day super jazzed to get to work. Like, what are we going to make today? And just interacting with my team, and so it's really joyful for sure. Yeah. You do have to like it, but it doesn't have to be like your biggest passion.
Because like I'm from a family who always turns their passions into profits. You know what I mean? So it's like,
you come from a family of entrepreneurs. Like my dad, I worked with my dad for a little bit, and he's the one who kind of made me feel like I could even do it.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah,
that shit. That's so good. Well, is there anything you want to ask me?
Always. I'm like, man, you really dive deep. I'm like, no one's asked me these questions before.
That's the point.
You know, I mean, what do you do for fun? Do you feel like your job, like what you do is who you are?
Yeah, I do. I really do feel like I guess maybe I'm about leaving a legacy. I don't know why. It's just like I feel like after I'm dead and gone, I want people to be able to like look back on all of the shit I've done and be like, dude, she freaking like did some shit. You know what I mean? Instead of just like,
I know what they're going to say. They're going to look back and say, Heather Cox, you know, she from the get-go has always pushed women forward. You know what I mean? Like you're not afraid to highlight, you know, injustices with genders and everything. And so I think it's contagious. And I think people like me, of course, and a lot of our friends are doing it as well. And I think they'll remember that we help pave the way for women to have equal pay and to be able to not feel guilty because you can't do all the things, and to know that the emotional labor isn't all your responsibility, you know, for even in work that comes into play, right? Like if, let's say you have an assistant, you know, that person's a note taker forever. And that assistant's usually a woman.
yeah.
So anyway, we could talk all day about that, but
me fucking could.
That's what I think your legacy is going to be. You're going to do something big. I don't know what it is.
I didn't even expect her to say that. Now I'm going to cry all my makeup off.
No. I can't even wear waterproof mascara because it doesn't get to my eyes.
Right. Well, Jane Clark, this has been really freaking fun. I love talking to you.
Same.
And in person. And is there anything else you want to leave the people on Into the Black? Anything else that you want to leave them with as we exit the space?
Be excellent to each other. Bill and Ted.
That's just a fucking mic drop. So thank you, Jane. Much appreciated.
Oh, and come see me on all my things. We'll have my social, but yeah, feel free to connect too.
Oh yeah, yes. You can say the things.
Yeah, come
you know I'm gonna be like editing the shit out of this.
So, you can find me on LinkedIn.
How can people find you, Jane? How can people find you?
LinkedIn is where I've been hanging out. It's kind of like Facebook for adults in a way. Like I love it because I'm not oh my God, what am I saying? Okay, yeah, LinkedIn is probably the best place. Yeah, that's it. Just LinkedIn. Or else you're going to be really disappointed. Maybe my Instagram. I occasionally, if I go to the zoo, I post lots of pictures of animals. So if you're into that, maybe do a follow.
Yes. Follow her on LinkedIn. Find Jane Clark of BrandSwan.
And I like to follow sunsets.
Oh,
seriously. So on my Instagram account, you'll just see a bunch of weird sunsets, but it's because we're like trying to find the best horizon.
She's chasing the sunset, chasing those dreams.
So romantic.
You are. Well, that's it makes sense. That's why you love BrandSwan.
I love BrandSwan.
Romantic-y, very beautiful. So
thank you.
All right. Well, bump mics.
Bye.